Good morning. You are listening to UpReach, a morning devotional presented by the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee, to encourage you as you face the opportunities and challenges of today. Let's begin this day together with some inspiring thoughts from God's holy word.
Have mercy upon me, O God, according to your loving kindness, according to the multitude of your tender mercies. Blot out my transgressions. Wash me thoroughly from my iniquity, and cleanse me from my sin. For I acknowledge my transgressions, and my sin is always before me. Against you, you only have I sinned, and done this evil in your sight, that you may be found just when you speak, and blameless when you judge. Behold, I was brought forth in iniquity, and in sin my mother conceived me. Behold, you desire truth in the inward parts, and in the hidden part you will make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean. Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow. Make me hear joy and gladness, that the bones you have broken may rejoice. Hide your face from my sins, and blot out all my iniquities. Create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me away from your presence, and do not take your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me by your generous spirit. Then I will teach transgressors your ways, and sinners shall be converted to you. Deliver me from the guilt of bloodshed, O God, the God of my salvation, and my tongue shall sing aloud of your righteousness. O Lord, open my lips, and my mouth shall show forth your praise. For you do not desire sacrifice, or else I would give it. You do not delight in burnt offering. The sacrifices of God are a broken spirit, a broken and a contrite heart. These, O God, you will not despise. Psalm 51, verses 1 through 17. In this, one of the most emotionally gripping passages in the entire Bible, David is pouring out his heart before God in anguish over his sin committed with Bathsheba. He recognizes that he has not only sinned against God, but that he, because of his sin, has alienated himself from God. His heart is broken as he penitently cries out to God for forgiveness and for renewal. I am convinced that it is the brokenness and the vulnerability we see in David in scenes such as this that cause him to be remembered even by God himself as a man after God's heart. Consider this brief but similar prayer from God is No Fool by Lois Cheney. Today, for what I am that I ought not to be, forgive me. For what I am not that I ought to be, forgive me. Be with my mouth in what it speaks. Be with my hands in what they do. Be with my mind in what it thinks. Be with my heart in what it feels. Work in me, through me, for me, in spite of me. What about you today? Are you a man or woman who can be described as one who is after God's heart? Are you able to recognize sin in your own life and not only seek forgiveness for it, but also be broken by it? Why not turn to God today to make your relationship with Him as it should be?
This has been UpReach, a presentation of the Church Street Church of Christ in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I am Kyle Bolton, the pulpit minister at Church Street, and I would like to personally invite you to come and share times of Bible study and worship with us each week. We meet every Sunday at 9 o'clock a.m. for our morning worship, followed by our Sunday school for all ages at 10:15 a.m. Then we meet again at 6 o'clock p.m. for our evening worship. We also have a midweek meeting for devotion and Bible study on Wednesdays at 6:30 p.m. I hope to see you there. Have a blessed day.
Shining every day all along the way.
There's a rainbow.
There's a rainbow of perfect love on the land and sea. Shines for you and me.
There's a rainbow.
There's a rainbow of perfect love.
There's a
rainbow shining
of love
with the golden lining,
pointing to
it always points
heaven above,
to the heavens above us,
shining through
the clouds that gather
every cloud.
in stormy weather.
There's a rainbow.
There's a rainbow.